Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Guys at Magic. This is Hunter and Shane. Say what up, Shane.
What up, nerds?
We are coming at you today, being Sunday, 30th of October. A lot of streams today, a lot of panels that people saw at Magic 30th anniversary, a lot of new cards that they showed off. So we're going to go ahead and go through them. But before we get started, do not forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already, so you can keep seeing the cool content we create. Yeah, what are you waiting for? But let's go ahead and get already started with these spoilers. The first one right here is the Brothers' War. The Brothers' War is 3 and a red for an enchantment saga. It has the beginning lore counter that says create 2 tapped Power Stone tokens. The second lore counter says choose 2 target players until your next turn. Each creature they control attacks the other chosen player each combat if able. And the third lore counter says the Brothers' War deals X damage to any target and X damage to any other target, where X is the number of artifacts you control. What do we think, Shane?
Yeah, I think my original gut, snap decision, I guess you could say, or snap opinion, I didn't think it was that strong for it being the namesake. And then I talked to David for a while, and David kind of talked me into it being better than I thought originally. So I'm gonna say it's decent now, just because you can build around, like David was saying. You can, if we're talking strictly EDH, you can put it in a artifacts matter and potentially kill 1 or 2 opponents.
Yeah, because you can do it with treasures, make a whole bunch of treasures. That's a lot of damage.
That's a whole lot of damage.
To hit 2 opponents in the face. Because I do want to reiterate, this is a commander-only card. Which means it's not coming to the standard set. This is going to be found in collector boosters, set boosters, stuff like that. Not even in the commander product itself. So, the Brothers' War, even though it is the name of the set, you can only find this card very scarcely.
We'll see.
But I agree with you. I think this is a very powerful effect. The tapped Power Stone tokens is being pushed very hard.
It is.
I do not know how good they will be.
Yeah, I feel like we don't really know how strong Power Stones are going to be yet. So I guess we'll have to just wait and see.
It's true. I mean, they're just really slow kind of mana things that you can only use to cast artifact spells.
Right.
And
or
also
activate abilities.
just basically activate abilities, yeah.
Well, we'll see.
I don't know. It's weird. Brothers' War, pretty cool. Cool flavor. But let's move on to the other cards for the normal set. This first one, Fade from History. Fade from History is 2 and 2 green for a sorcery. It says each player who controls an artifact or enchantment creates a 2/2 green bear creature token. Then destroy all artifacts and enchantments. Sorry about your stuff. Here's a bear.
Yeah. Mass artifact enchantment removal. That's cool. Really cool.
Yeah.
I guess
go ahead and
it
wipe
needs to
the
be
board
printed,
of
right?
everything. Here's some bears.
They definitely needed to add some kind of way to deal with artifacts and enchantments if this whole set's going to be artifacts. So.
It's true. I mean, we just talked about how Power Stones could be a thing, so just wiping them all away. Giving them a bear. I don't understand why bears, but...
yeah, I don't know.
It's Fade from History. After a long hibernation, Argoth begins slowly recovering from the ravages of war.
There you go. It's just telling a story.
Maybe it's on flavor.
Yeah.
So just make some bears, and you only get 1 bear. If someone that had like 5 enchantments, 5 artifacts, they just get 1 bear. Sorry about your stuff.
Get fucked.
Hope you like teddy bears. But I think we can move on to the next one. This is Thran Spider. Thran Spider is 3 generic mana for a 2/4 artifact creature spider. It has reach. It says when it enters the battlefield, you and target opponent each create a tapped Power Stone token. You also pay 7. It says look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal an artifact card from among them and put it in your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order.
I don't know.
Once again, we're playing with these Power Stone tokens that are being extremely pushed.
3 mana.
It's an artifact heavy set, but
I'm just saying, like, the card is by itself, right? Like, it seems okay, but then how often are you paying that 7? Like, are you playing this in standard also? I don't know. I don't think so.
For 10 mana, look at the top 4 cards of your library. Reveal an artifact.
When we say it that way, it sounds terrible.
Yeah. On a 2/4 reach body.
Could be a cool thing in limited.
Yeah. But these 4 toughness creatures, they still die to like destroy evil and stuff. Like that destroys 4 toughness. Very specific.
They don't die to what's it called? Like the biggest cut down?
Cut down. Yeah,
That's
this survives by 1 point.
Yep. It's relevant.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited to see how many artifact decks are going to be in standard.
Everyone's gonna try it, dude, for sure.
It's pretty good. Thran Spider. Interesting card. Power Stone tokens. Still wondering what to do with them. Moving on to Harbin, Vanguard Aviator. Harbin Vanguard Aviator is 1 white and 1 blue for a 3/2 legendary creature human soldier. It has flying. It says whenever you attack with 5 or more soldiers, creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain flying until end of turn. So right off the rip, 2 mana for a 3/2 flyer seems very good.
That's good. That's really good. I like that. Now, I guess you still put it in a token deck, right? And
yeah, soldier tokens. And the cool part is, it's not just the soldiers that get flying; it's all your creatures. So if you had more than just soldiers, that'd be cool.
The cool thing is it's on attack too, so they don't even get to respond to blocking any of them before they get flying.
It's true.
That could be it. This could be a problem.
This could be a win con for sure.
Yeah.
Like say you have your board already set with 5 soldiers. Drop this in, swing with the team. All the damage comes over the top.
Yeah, it is going to be a bit much to set that up, right? Because I mean, unless you're playing solitaire, people are going to be killing your creatures. So
well, I mean, true. Yeah, but banking the board, I think you could do it pretty easily. I mean, like from a standard standpoint. Put Thalia to get a couple different soldiers in the field. So I'm sure you can build a soldier deck with Harbin. I'm excited.
Let's make it happen, dude.
Let's make it happen. Next up, we have a land. This land is Hall of Tagsin. Hall of Tagsin is a land that comes in that says you can tap it to add a colorless. You also pay 1 and tap it to add 1 mana of any color. And you can pay 4 and tap it to create a tapped Power Stone token. Power Stone tokens, man.
Yeah, dude. I never liked those lands where you have to like pay 1 and it's a tap for 1. I don't know.
Yeah, mana sink.
Power Stones, I guess, if it's a thing, you know, that could be cool.
I mean, let's talk about Power Stones a little more. They are a mana source that doesn't go away.
True. They count as an artifact, right?
They do count as an artifact. It's a mana source that stays. It's not like a treasure where you have to sack it.
Mm-hmm.
So, who knows, man? It could be pretty cool.
I mean, if you're playing with artifacts, they're 100% going to be relevant. I mean, slow but relevant.
Oh, absolutely. And the more artifacts we just keep getting, I think the more they're going to do something.
Yeah. No, I don't want people to think that we're just saying that there's nothing. Yeah, there's nothing. I just don't know how to feel about them yet.
Yeah, I gotta play with them in person. Like I know the last Karn from Dominaria, that was the first kind of card to be like, we're doing Power Stones. So we'll see.
It makes me feel like when they were testing out having treasures coming in tapped, and we hated that. So it's like, are we gonna hate that this Power Stone comes in tapped? Granted, it doesn't leave like you said, but it's the fact that you can't use it the minute you get it just seems shitty.
I feel like they're trying to do this because we've seen over the last couple of sets, Magic's power level has been increasing.
Yeah.
However, I think they're trying to combat that by making things that aren't as fast. So it's like a strong power level, but you have to get there eventually. Just
so you're saying
slower.
We're just very, like, we're too used to fast, fun things. We're spoiled.
Yeah, because when Treasures was first introduced, that made the game speed up like crazy, right?
Yeah. True.
But, so who knows? Speaking of artifacts, though, we are moving on to Arcane Proxy. Arcane Proxy is 7 mana for a 4/3 artifact creature wizard. It says when it enters the battlefield, if you cast it, exile target instant or sorcery card with mana value less than or equal to Arcane Proxy's power from your graveyard. Copy that card. You may cast a copy without paying its mana cost. Or you can also cast it for its prototype cost of 1 and 2 blue, and it comes in as a 2/1.
This card seems
pretty
nuts,
strong.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you showed this when it was first foiled, they were like, "What?" I think David even said like this could go insane on other like modern or legacy or something.
Oh, absolutely. You can just get something that comes in. Like this comes in, you go and get something that you already cast for 2 mana. Just saying you're paying the 3 cost.
Right.
And just play it again.
Yep.
A lot of good targets there.
Yep. Yeah, I know David was saying in the beginning, prototype is the flagship thing people are going to rally behind and go, look how cool this is. I think prototype's going to be pretty sick, dude.
Oh, absolutely. I think prototype is like I know David was saying like it's the opposite of kicker, and it is.
Right. It is, yeah.
But man, some of these text on these cards just to get just to get the text on the card coming in for cheaper is wild to me.
Yeah. So if it's not a kicker, is it like a kneeler?
A kneeler?
I don't know, dude.
The opposite of kick is the kneel.
I don't know why that popped in my head first, dude.
Sure, man. We'll call it kneeling. Yeah, but again, Arcane Proxy, this card is a powerhouse, and I expect
this is 100%.
Next up, another artifact. This is the Temporal Anchor. The Temporal Anchor is 3 and 3 blue for a legendary artifact. This is the beginning of your upkeep, Scry 2. And whenever you choose to put 1 or more cards on the bottom of your library while scrying, exile that many cards from the bottom of your library. During your turn, you may play cards exiled with the Temporal Anchor. So, we're not scrying, we're just pseudo-drawing them.
Yeah, we're just tucking them away for later, dude.
You're literally like, okay, I don't want these 2 cards, but I'll keep them underneath the Temporal Anchor, and I can play them later.
Well, yeah, it's like it's adding them to your hand, basically.
Pretty much, man.
Because if you have access to it, as long as
your opponent sees it, yeah.
Yeah. This seems like a really strong card, but it does the mana cost kind of scares me away in standard, but I'm sure someone will figure out a way to play it.
I think he's playing EDH 100%.
Oh yeah, totally.
I think this is a really good artifact that would actually fit into Elminster, which was that scrying commander from Baldur's Gate.
That could be really fun, dude.
It would be so good. I just think it's I think Elminster, this 5 mana for Elminster, 6 mana for this. It's a pretty good curve.
Yeah, man. I'm with it.
Yeah. Big fan. Next up, we have a huge piece of the story. This is Urza's Sylex. Urza's Sylex is 3 generic mana for a legendary artifact. You can pay 2 and 2 white, tap it, exile Urza's Sylex. Each player chooses 6 lands they control, destroy all other permanents, activate only as a sorcery. It also says when it is put into exile from the battlefield, you may pay 2. If you do, search your library for a Planeswalker card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Talk about pushing the reset button, dude.
This is, I mean, it isn't a complete reset button where you're not destroying everyone's lands. You get to choose 6, right?
Yeah.
So that's nice.
That is nice. And then you get to go get your sick ass Planeswalker. This card's rad, dude.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm a big fan of this.
Yeah. I am a big fan of this because you could just leave this on the battlefield and just tell people, hey, I'm going to hit the reset button eventually.
Don't piss me off. Yeah.
Yeah, don't make me mad. If you get the combo pieces in your hand, then you just hit the reset button. Dude, it's like a nuts. Planeswalker.
It's like a better Cyclonic, bro.
Yeah. It destroys everything.
Yeah.
Granted, if you like on I mean, since this is white, right? It's got the white
Right.
pips. It can only go in white decks. I'm thinking on the stack after you tap and exile this, you Teferi protection yourself.
Well, you mean, I mean, not only white. You just mean like decks that have white in it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I was like, so I can put this in a blue-white deck for sure.
Yeah. I'm just saying,
Okay.
as far as just a white goes, the flavor here, which is interesting, because Teferi is in this world. Teferi's protection. Boom.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sick, actually. Yeah, this card's a nuts, dude. I don't know what else to say about this other than that this will see 100% play.
Oh yeah. I don't know if it's actually going to see play in standard at all, though. But this is definitely a card I probably will pick up for some EDH deck down the road.
I will definitely put some EDH deck.
It's cool. It's very cool. Speaking of Planeswalkers, we have Saheeli, Filigree Master. Saheeli Filigree Master is 2, a blue and a red for a legendary Planeswalker with a starting loyalty of 3. Has a +1 ability that says Scry 1. You may tap an untapped artifact you control. If you do, draw a card. It also has a -2 ability that says create 2 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact creature tokens with flying. They gain haste until end of turn. And a -4, which is its ultimate apparently, that says you get an emblem. With artifact creatures you control get +1/+1, and artifact spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. That is a very cheap emblem.
Is extremely cheap, dude. I can imagine in EDH you getting like multiples of those.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so good. It's a starting loyalty of 3 and the ult is a -4? Like, hello?
Dude, I found a way to use your power stones, bro. You can tap them and draw a card.
Perfect. Tap the power stones down, baby. Let's go. Yeah, but
That or the Thopter she makes. It's a really good card.
yeah, she can come down and make the Thopters immediately, and they gain haste.
Yeah.
If you need damage to finish off your opponent real quick, boom.
This is gonna be
Call
in
it 1/1
standard though, you
play.
think?
I think this play. I do think
Yeah.
this sees play in standard, 100%.
Some is it deck?
Yes, sir. Is it
Some is it
artifacts?
bullshit? Yeah.
That
She's
emblem
pretty
is so
dope.
good, though.
Yeah, it is.
I know. Yep, this is definitely seeing play. I'm excited to do some shenanigans with her.
Weren't
I
you
don't
saying
even
that
know what
she's
else
like
to
a?
say.
Weren't you saying that she's like a big part of the story too, or some shit? You keep bringing her up.
Yeah, Saheeli made. I think that is that what she's doing in the art. I don't know. She made the Sylex.
She got some kind of bull.
Yeah, she created the new Sylex. She created a new one. So
There you go.
help. And that's why Teferi went back in time to go figure out how to use it. That's why we're here in the Brothers' War.
Dude, full circle.
But full circle. And then speaking of after the Brothers' War, we kind of go to Phyrexia. And that brings on the next card. Portal to Phyrexia. This is 9 mana for an artifact. It says when Portal to Phyrexia enters the battlefield, each opponent sacrifices 3 creatures. At the beginning of your upkeep, put target creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. It's a Phyrexian in addition to its other types.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's a really good artifact.
Dude. In EDH, that'd be so much fun.
That's exactly my first thought. Like now the Power Stones make sense, right? You
Yeah,
get some Power
yeah,
Stones
yeah.
in the early game, and then eventually for 9 mana, this comes down. Boom. All your opponents have to sack 3 creatures.
Yeah, what if
And
like the first
then-
4 turns you're making power stones? So by turn 4 you have
Yeah.
enough power stones and mana? Drop this like holy shit.
Yep. And then each upkeep, you're just like, I'll take that from you. I'll take that from you. I'll get this out of my graveyard. I'll just keep getting all the creatures.
Yeah, this could be a problem.
And the art is so sick.
Yeah. Do you think they'll find a way to play this in standard?
I don't know, man. I mean, again, those Power Stones.
Yeah,
Maybe.
they could be.
Yeah. I mean, it is definitely a way to cheat in Titan of Industry again.
Yeah.
That's apparently everyone's favorite thing to do right now.
I do like that.
Cheat it out.
I do like that it's definitely seems like it's made for EDH though, with the whole each opponent. I like that.
Yeah, it definitely is a powerhouse. Looking at EDH. But dude, this story is so sweet.
Yeah.
That art is so sick.
Sound like broken records at this point now, dude.
Speaking of Phyrexia, we got another card. This is Visions of Phyrexia. It is 2 and 2 red for an enchantment that says at the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. And at the beginning of your end step, if you didn't play a card from exile this turn, you get to create a tapped Power Stone token.
Interesting.
Pretty good. Kind of like a red pseudo card draw every turn.
Yeah.
Which is
This could
always really good.
This could be sick in Faldorn, dude.
That is true. Valdorn.
Okay. I see you.
Okay. Yeah, I think, and if you don't play from exile, you get one of those cool Power Stones.
Yeah, I mean, fuck it. More Power Stones. They're just like, what else can we staple on Power Stones to?
We'll put it on this card, too.
It's like, this is like the Oprah set, dude.
And you get a Power Stone, and you get a Power Stone. It really is, man. But Visions of Phyrexia, that art, again, so sick.
Super gnarly.
I'm really a big fan of the art so far in this set. I really hope to open some art cards, you know what I mean?
You always do, bro. You want that signature, man.
That signature art cards, those are my thing. But yeah, this is it's a really powerful effect to get to basically draw 2 every turn. We have a reprint, Diabolic Intent. It's 1 and a black for sorcery. Has an additional cost to cast this spell. Sack a creature. Search your library for a card. Put that card in your hand, then shuffle. Wowzers! First time being printed in standard.
Yeah, I thought David was gonna lose his mind, dude.
David is freaking out over this card. This is a $30 card that they just were like, "Yeah, we're gonna reprint it in standard," like Lily.
Yeah. This seems awesome, dude.
It really is.
This seems like the black deck is getting so many toys.
Yeah, there is so many cool. Because we also saw Go for the Throat. It was being reprinted.
Yep.
In this set as well as an uncommon.
Which is just a completely strong card.
Had another common black spell that exiled a creature or planeswalker that could potentially come down as 1 mana.
Oh yeah, dude,
that's a lot of really cool cards coming in black.
They're just like, hey, you know, like our children, you really want to play with it, right?
Here, you can play all of the stuff with Shieldred. There's almost too much stuff. But Diabolic Intent, that's going to be a 4 of in people's decks. 100%.
Hey, say it, dude. Say the thing.
It's a really good reprint. And the art looks sweet.
There you go. Say that one. Yeah. The art looks sick. So,
that's Gix.
That's my boy Gix.
That's my boy Gix. Diabolic Intent really needed reprint. Surprised it's in standard and at rare. People thought this was going to be mythic. Shocking that it's not mythic because they usually like to do that. Next up, we have a legendary creature called Hajar, Loyal Bodyguard. Hajar, Loyal Bodyguard is 1 red and 1 green for a 3/3. Legendary creature, human soldier. It says you can sacrifice it. And legendary creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain indestructible until end of turn.
It seems really good.
It does, doesn't it?
I mean, especially in EDH, right? Like, protect your commander, protect whatever, but...
Yeah, you look at things like Bard class. Bard class, if you remember, it says that each legendary thing is cost 1 green and 1 red less to cast.
Yeah, dude,
so this just comes in as free.
That deck was super annoying too. I remember running into that deck.
Mm-hmm. Essentially, it's just free. A 0 mana 3/3.
Yeah.
Seems lit.
That's a really cool card.
Yeah.
Damn.
Too bad it just got rotated out though.
Oh well. You just got me standard for nothing. So what the fuck then?
Rotated out of standard. But I mean, you can play it in EDH still.
Yeah. It's still. I mean,
This
this still
also
seems like a
works
cool
with,
card, dude.
This also is really good with the new guy, Mr. Joda. Comes in as a
Jode, hell
legendary,
yeah.
and he protects all of your legendaries, just sacking it. Seems
Seems
good.
like a very cool card, yeah.
2 mana for a 3/3.
Can't go wrong. Power creep is real, dude.
Can't go wrong. The power creep is real. We were just talking about it. Next up is the Stasis Coffin. The Stasis Coffin is 3 generic mana for a legendary artifact. You can pay 2, tap it, exile the Stasis Coffin. You gain protection from everything till your next turn.
Okay. Very
So,
straightforward, dude.
It's just yeah, this is just I'm not gonna say Teferi's protection, but it is
This is
like
Edgar's protection, dude.
this is Edgar's protection. That's funny.
It's the coffin, dude.
Thanos apparently built this. Yeah.
Is Thanos the teacher?
He is not. No.
I don't know the fucking lore. Sorry.
The teacher is Tocasia.
Ah, this is still a very
But-
strong card. Very strong ability.
Yeah, it is. I think obviously it just sits there, and so you need it, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know how many of these you would run in standard by any chance, because this is more like a oh shit button.
Yeah. My first thought was.
So who knows?
It's also legendary, so you can only have one on the field there, like you said.
Mm-hmm. So I guess this is more for EDH than anything.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. But we'll see.
How often are you running oh shit buttons in standard?
Yeah, not very often.
Yeah, I mean, besides counter spells, but.
Well, how many Oshia buttons were there in standard?
Next up, we've got a new legendary artifact creature. This is Liberator, Urza's Battlethopter. Liberator, Urza's Battlethopter is 3 generic mana for a 1/2. It is a Thopter with flash and flying. It says you may cast colorless spells and artifact spells as though they had flash. And whenever you cast a spell, if the amount of mana spent to cast that spell is greater than Liberator Urza's Battlethopter's power, put a +1/+1 counter on Liberator. A lot going on in this card.
I was gonna say this card, just right off the bat, seemed really strong, and I still think it is really strong, right? Colorless spells and artifacts have flash. Like that's
You're just throwing everything in. If you're running this in like obviously this can be a commander because it's legendary. Would be cool just to have a whole bunch of colorless artifact creatures that now just have flash.
that would be cool. I'm just thinking this seems playable in standard.
Mm-hmm. And eventually this is going to grow and grow and grow.
Until you stop playing big boys.
I mean, even just like a 2 mana spell, this gets a 1/1 counter.
Does it?
Yeah, if it's greater than its power, right? Its starting power is 1.
Right. So, but then you play one, and then it grows, and then next time it'll have to be a 3, and the next time it'll have to be a 4. Right. So
Correct.
it's like an eventual. Yeah. So I'm just saying you're eventually gonna play a card that, like, once you just play your big boys anymore, then won't grow. Once you have no more big boys to play.
It'll be big enough though. It's still flying.
No, 100%. I'm just saying it won't infinitely grow.
Oh no. Yeah. But I'm a fan of it.
I think I'm a fan
excited
of it
to talk. I'm excited to talk about our commander grades when we do that. This
too.
is
You're
a
gonna
good one.
maybe a high grade for this guy, dude.
Maybe, dude. Maybe. Speaking of potential commanders, we did get the teacher. This is Tocasia, Dig Site Mentor. Tocasia, Dig Site Mentor is 1, a green, a white, a blue for a 4/3 legendary creature, Human Artificer. It says creatures you control have vigilance and tap to surveil 1. If you guys don't remember what surveil is, to surveil 1, look at the top card of your library. You may put that card into your graveyard. Also has another ability where you can pay 2 green, 2 white, and 2 blue to exile Tocasia Dig Site Mentor from your graveyard. Return any number of target artifact cards with total mana value 10 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Activate only as a sorcery. That is an interesting second ability. I'm a big fan of creatures you control have vigilance and surveil 1. That is a very good effect.
Yeah. I agree.
Doesn't even limit like the type of creatures, all creatures. So
That's true.
having vigilance on things, and then being able to surveil with it. Like if you have a whole bunch of creatures on the board, just surveil a whole bunch of times and throw things into your graveyard until you find the card you want. That's wild.
Yeah, I think the second ability is, at least at first glance, more relevant and standard to me, right? Because like I don't really often send my commander to the graveyard. I guess you would if that's your commander, but
It's true. Yeah, you would if it's your commander because you kind of want this in the graveyard, and then you can pay the 8, and then it gets exiled back into the command zone.
that's true. That's true.
But
And then from there, it'll what cost you more normally?
It'll cost 6 to come back onto the field.
Yeah. Seems. I guess you're right. I guess I would send it to the graveyard. You're right. At first glance, I'm like, why would I put my commander in the graveyard?
But yeah, it's a very strong card. I like this a lot.
There is probably a lot of shenanigans. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Surveil is back.
Let's go.
And I could. Let's go. Couldn't be more happy to have it. Tocasia, big fan.
6/9, dude.
6/9, dude. Next up, we have Loran of the Third Path. Loran of the Third Path is 2 and a white for a 2/1 legendary creature human artificer. It has vigilance, and it says when it enters the battlefield, destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment. You can also tap it to have you and target opponent each draw a card. Little politics there on that tap ability.
Yeah.
We have seen
power
this.
creep, dude.
Power creep, yeah. Because we have seen this ability on Reclamation Sage. The exact, actually. 3 mana for a 2/1 when it enters, destroy target artifact or enchantment. This gets the bonus of vigilance and card draw.
How often are you giving your opponent a card, dude?
Me personally, not very often because I hate that kind of ability. But you're still drawing a card yourself.
That's true. I know.
And if you're playing an EDH, you can switch it up and choose different opponents.
Oh, yeah, like the guy that's getting beat on or picked on, you're like, hey man, you want to draw a card with me? All right, cool.
Like I said, politics. Make a little deal with someone. Hey, don't attack me for the next 2 turns. I'll give you a card. You got anything else to say about this card?
No, I mean, it'll probably see play.
100%. Stay tuned once again for all of those legendary creatures. We will be doing our commander grades when the full set is revealed. And finally, like always, we will talk real quick about these blueprints. Your favorite, Shane.
My favorite part of the video.
Blueprint reprint retro frame cards. That's a mouthful. Mishra's Bauble, Helm of the Host, Defense Grid, Inspiring Statuary, Unwinding Clock, Cage Sun, Mox Amber. Some really, really good reprints that were needed.
Hell yeah,
a lot
dude.
of these cards, like I think the cheapest of this bunch is $3, but the most expensive is $25.
Yeah.
So definitely in the realm of I'll take these.
Dude, no, these art are amazing.
Do you have a favorite here, the arts?
I'm probably gonna say either the Mishra or the Mox. I mean, the Helm of the Host is awesome, but like you said, it is a little basic, but it's still awesome.
Yeah, it's a little more basic than what we've seen. I am a big fan of the Unwinding Clock. I think seeing the schematics of the clock.
I mean, shit, that defense grid, dude, it's got some detail in it. That's sick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
they're all great, dude.
All great. There's still a bunch of these to be released, shown off. But that is going to do it for us today. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. We're almost at 3,000 subscribers. So help us get there. Also, check the description where you'll find links to our Instagram, our Twitter, and our TikTok, where you can follow us on all those. Especially Instagram, because we post not only these rares and mythics you see here on these videos, but we also post the uncommons and commons as well if you wanted to know what they do. And until the next video, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace.
Bye-bye.